It's Thursday, and we're going to continue with Genesis chapter 4. When we left off, God was talking to Moses after he had revealed himself to the burning bush, telling what he was going to do, why he was going to do it, how it was going to be done, and who he is. And now it's almost as if God has asked, any questions there, Moses? And Moses replies. We hear him a little bit more. Let's begin with verse 1 of chapter 4. Then Moses answered, "But behold, they, the Hebrews, will not believe me or listen to my voice, for they will say, 'The Lord did not appear to you.' The Lord said to him, 'What is that in your hand?' Moses said, 'A staff.' The Lord said, 'Throw it on the ground.' So he threw it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses ran from it. But the Lord said to Moses, 'Put out your hand and catch it by the tail.' So he put out his hand and caught it, and it became a staff in his hand, that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has appeared to you." See, God uses object lessons, doesn't he? He uses that staff that turned into the snake. I love how it mentions that Moses ran away from it. I probably wouldn't have had faith enough to reach out and grab the snake by the tail. I hate snakes, obviously as much as Moses did. But he obeyed, and it became a staff again. God gave him another sign and said that you told him to put his hand underneath his cloak to pull it out, and it became leprous. He put it back in and brought it back, and it was healed. The third thing to show them was take water out of the Nile, pour it on the ground, and it would be blood. 3 things to show them who he was, that the Lord God had sent him so that they would believe. Getting rid of Moses' first excuse, right? The first excuse was this: they won't believe me. God answered that one. Let's move on. We hear a couple more excuses in verses 10 through 15. But Moses said to the Lord, "O my Lord, I am not eloquent either in the past or since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and tongue." Then the Lord said to him, "Who has made man's mouth? Who makes him mute or deaf or seeing or blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now, therefore, go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what to speak." But Moses said, "Oh, my Lord, please send someone else." Then the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, "Is there not Aaron, your brother, the Levite? I know that he can speak well. Behold, he is coming out to meet you, and when he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. You shall speak to him and put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you both what to do." Did you get those 2 excuses? To be honest, though, these were my excuses when I was considering to be a pastor. The first one, I am slow of speech and tongue. I don't feel like I'm a great speaker. I get my tongue tangled often. But yet, God, in his reason, says, wait a minute. Moses, who made you the way you are? Is it not I, the Lord? God said. Don't think that I can make you to be able to speak the way I want. I will be with your mouth, he says. I like that. And teach you what to speak. Moses' third excuse now is really not an excuse. It's just a request. "Oh, Lord, please send someone else." In other words, I really don't want to do this. I think you have the wrong man. The anger of the Lord burned and said, "You know what? Okay, I'll send Aaron. He's a good speaker. You can tell him what to say, and he can say it to the people and to Pharaoh." God knows what he's doing, and so often we doubt him. For me, those words were very telling for God's guiding of me as pastor when it says, "I will be with your mouth and teach you what to speak." It's God who works in us and through us to do those things. Let's continue with verse 21. And the Lord said to Moses, "When you go back to Egypt, see that you do before Pharaoh all the miracles that I have put in your power. But I will harden his heart so that he will not let the people go." Oh, that idea of hardening the heart, turning Pharaoh to reject. It's not that he wouldn't have rejected, but that's God saying that no matter what, Pharaoh is not going to do what you want. But I'm going to do these great signs for your benefit, for the benefit of the people of Israel, so that they will know the one true Lord, and that they will know that I am delivering them. Excuses. Moses has a bunch. We often have a bunch. May God guide us and remind us that he made us as we are. And might that take away our excuses of being his witnesses? Hopefully for you, hopefully for me as well. Don't forget to read the rest of chapter 4, and we'll go with chapter 5 tomorrow.